One Prince Albert member of parliament calls it a fiasco. Tens of thousands of federal employees have run into problems with the Phoenix payroll system. In this province, those glitches mean one maximum security prison officer has seen no pay for 2 months. CBC's Jennifer Cannell joins us with the story. Jen, what's the situation here?
Well, we're talking about a letter that was sent to our newsroom as well as to the Premier, to Ralph Goodale, to Randy Hoback, the MP for the Prince Albert. It's from a 28-year-old man who has moved from Ontario to Saskatchewan, to Prince Albert, to work in the prison system. Fourth generation of his family to be a prison guard. He's his family's sole breadwinner. And I mean, this is a guy who's got a 6-month-old daughter. He says basically he's begging for help. His name is David Little, and in the letter he says, "There's not much that scares me anymore, but to go in these walls and know no pay is coming my way horrifies me." He says this public servant is at the end of his ropes and hoping anyone can help. Now, we know that in November alone, 45 prison staff members here in Saskatchewan were either underpaid or not paid at all. And officials from their union say this is taking a real toll on morale.
Everybody is fairly tight these days. Nobody's sitting there living, high up hog kind of a thing. We're definitely in positions where when we're losing $300 to $500 off of every check without any notice, or in some cases not getting paid at all, that is quite the hit.
It sure is. This is incredible to hear that this is happening, Jen. What happens in these cases?
Well, if you're a civil servant and you run into problems getting your pay, the idea is you tell your manager, you fill out a bunch of paperwork, you can tell your union if you choose, but even then, it often takes months and months until you actually see the money that you've earned. That's why David Little took his case to his member of parliament, and Randy Hoback, the MP from Prince Albert, I spoke with him today. He says he's had some success bringing these cases directly to the Minister of Public Works, but he's still getting a call or two every week, and he says there are no answers as to why the Phoenix payroll system still isn't working after a year, and it's incredibly frustrating.
I can imagine. So it's not just prison guards either that are being affected by this in Saskatchewan, right?
No, absolutely not. We spoke to one of the biggest public sector unions for federal employees, the Public Service Alliance of Canada. They have roughly 3,200 members here in Saskatchewan, Jill, and they figure among their members, almost half of them have run into pay problems with the Phoenix system. Now, these are people, everyone from food inspectors to Parks Canada workers, and whether it's an overpayment, an underpayment, in some cases it's overtime that hasn't been paid out for the past year in its entirety. Yes, the federal government says it's committed to getting people their money and on time, but it's certainly a long ways from doing that. And it's pretty hard to explain "we're working on it" to a guy who's supposed to be guarding some of the toughest criminals we have in the system at a maximum security prison, when he's worried he won't be able to feed his family next month.
Yeah, it's not working yet. Thanks, Jen. CBC's Jennifer Cannell reporting live in Saskatoon tonight.